got 3 pretty distinct mats here. But what you need to do always with a mat is look at the base, see how tight it is to the skin. This one's about that far out from the skin, which is great. That's not a tight mat. This is about 10 days to 2 weeks. And she's been out playing and scratching, and it's rained, and so that you got that little mat, and you can see the line of the mat right along here, and then you've got loose hair here. What you want to do is break up these mats and then brush them out a little bit at a time. And I'm going to take the lower one first. I'm going to pull these 2 back so I've got good view of this particular mat. There's kind of a core here and a core here. What I'm going to do is start on the outside. I'm going to brush it out from different directions to get the mat to break up. And I'm brushing very lightly. My hand is between the dog and the brush. I'm not pulling the hair. I'm just kind of hitting it with the tip of the brush and then pulling it down. I want these others out of the way. And see that mat's starting to break up. See that line? It's getting smaller and smaller without me having to rip out coat, but just pulling from the side and working the mat from different directions. Now see, half of that mat is gone. Okay, we've got this. What's left of the mat is here. So I keep working it just a little bit at a time, right against my hand. If it's tighter to the skin, then it's more work, and you have to be sure not to scratch the dog. Another brush I can use to do that is a small cat slicker. I'll take this cat slicker, I'll do the same thing. Just take a corner of it, and this is a soft, very soft tip on this. And very gently, I'll do the same thing. And I'll just work it very gently out. I'm never pulling hair out. I'm just gently working that mat to where I break up the mat. You can take your fingers and break up the mat a little bit. Silky puppies at this age mat a lot because they're starting to change coat a little bit. Whichever of these brushes is the easiest for you, that's what I would use. You can also use a pin brush to do the same thing. This is a pretty good sized pin brush. But again, you work to the side and then from all different angles until you get that mat to break apart. And it's very gentle. Doesn't hurt the dog, but you get the job done. And when it looks like that mat's pretty much gone, a little farfel right there, very gently. I'm pulling the brush to the skin and then out, but I'm not poking the dog with it, and I'm not pulling on the hair that hard. I'm being very gentle. I'm just putting the brush to the skin and pulling out gently, and then working that again from different directions. Okay. That's brushing through there pretty easily, so I have the mat out. Yep, except for a little tiny piece, which is right there. And you need to be very gentle when you brush a comb through that, so if you hit one of those mats, you're not going to hurt the dog. So there's 2 little pieces right there. Stay, honey. Good girl. I'm going to take the slicker brush and see if I can get those out of there. And I'm not raking her skin. I'm being very gentle with this. My finger's back behind there. Run the brush through it one more time, and I'll run the comb through it. Okay, that part of the mat is gone.